Hey guys, happy Wednesday. I hope everybody is staying safe, washing your hands, staying away from people that you don't need to be around right now, and listening to the advice coming from people in the know about how to stop this shit in its tracks. So I wanted to come on here today, and this is going to be the last time for a little while that I'm just going to be like talking to you, because I'm pivoting slightly just to provide a little bit more value to those of you that are at home and wanting to stay on your fitness and your nutrition kind of game while that is going on. I want to provide you some resources with this page during that time. So coming up over the next few weeks, few months, however long we're here, I'm going to be sharing a lot more, kind of taking you through different workouts, teaching as I go through different workouts, different styles, some yoga, taking you through some nutrition stuff to give you that service and hold your hand in that kind of way, as well as mindset, because you know that's always going to be included. Okay. But I wanted to really just take the time today to talk about something that I shared with my email subscribers yesterday. If you're not on my email list, head to my website, linked below, and subscribe. There's some good stuff that goes into those letters every week. But what I shared was this learning that I got from one of my long distance mentors. So I've never met her. She doesn't know who I am, but I learned from her from afar. And she shared something about how she used to always like fall back on drinking when she was stressed out, when she was upset, when she had any kind of emotional turmoil. She would turn to alcohol and abuse alcohol. And she was sharing about how during this time right now, every day she's kind of been like, I'm just going to open a bottle of wine and just drown my sorrows once she gets to the end of the day, because she's a business owner and, you know, all of that. But she made the post of, if I do that, when will I stop? And it literally hit me in my gut, because my way of coping with stress or emotion or anxiety is to binge eat. A lot of the people that follow me on my social media know my story, my bulimia story. But if you're new to me here on this platform, I had bulimia for a really long time. And it's those kinds of thoughts and the want to go back into that behavior rears up for me during times of anxiety and turmoil and emotional struggle and upheaval and all that kind of stuff. So what she'd said really stuck out to me, because I had started to go down that train of wanting to binge eat, wanting to secretly eat, wanting to seek comfort in food, really like a deep desire to seek solace in food. And it got me really emotional when I started thinking about this today, and I'm going to try not to cry. I'm going to try and hold it together. But it got me emotional because I'm like, if I dive back into those behaviors that do not serve me, where will I stop, right? Where will that version of me, that old version of Sabrina, when will she go away again? Because one thing I know, guys, is that we don't know how long we're going to be here, right? We don't know what life on the other side of this is going to look like. We don't know how we're going to work through all of this. So if we start falling back on those negative and destructive behaviors now, when is it going to stop? If we start binge eating, emotional eating, abusing alcohol, abusing drugs, starting to smoke again, starting to be aggressive in our relationships again, starting to be an asshole to other humans, when is it going to stop? And that's the question that I want you to ask yourself. If you find yourself already maybe engaging in those behaviors, or truly feeling this strong pull, urge, and desire to do that, ask yourself, if I go down this path now, when is it going to stop? Because I know if you're like me and you've been able to break those negative habits, then it sucks. Breaking them sucks. It's hard. It saps your soul. It reveals parts of you that you would rather have not known existed. Like, it's hard. So why are you going to put yourself through that again? Find a different way to get through this time. And one of the ways that I'm like diving all the way into is more on my own personal growth. I'm reading every day, not fiction books, like I do that before I go to bed, but reading books every day that focus on my mental clarity, reading books every day that fight the inner mean girl that lives in my head, reading books every day that negate the story that I carry around of I don't matter. Reading books that tell me I'm a badass, that tell me I can do this, that tell me I can do hard things, that tell me that I matter, that I am enough. I'm surrounding myself and immersing myself in personal development and growth because that's what I need to get through times of turmoil without turning to negative and destructive behaviors. And I urge you to do the same. And then really think about where your mindset is with all of this. Because one thing, I don't know a lot, guys, I really don't. I'm like figuring this whole shiz out as I go. But one thing I know is that where your attention is where your energy is gonna go. And we say it in the yoga community, where energy flows, where attention goes, energy flows, right? So if you're thinking and kind of just consumed by how negative and disastrous and awful and scary and end of the world this whole thing is, then that's the reality you're going to live in. And you're just going to be going through the motions every day of just getting through another day, trying to make it through the other side, instead of focusing on how you can grow, focusing on what this is an opportunity for, in terms of you've got time, you've got the ability to connect with people in your immediate family. Maybe you've got the kids at home. That's valuable time that you get to connect as a family. There's virtual ways that you can stay connected with your family and friends. Gio and I were on a virtual game night with our love, like some of the people we love the most in the UK over the weekend. So there's an ocean between us and we still managed to find a way to stay connected. I've got virtual meetups that I'm doing with my online community. I'm running free community groups where we focus on fitness, nutrition, and mindset. I'm running free virtual workouts, like all of these things that you can dive into to surround yourself with the opportunity to grow and the opportunity to connect and the opportunity to be intentional about your mindset during this time. The way you view things is the way you do things. Thank you, Micah. Another long distance mentor of mine said that this morning. The way you view things is the way you do things. So really focus on how you're approaching this whole situation and lean into what it is that you can control out of it, rather than focusing on all the things you can't control. So that was a little bit heavy, and I get deep a lot, but I don't get heavy very often. But I hope it was a message that you can relate to, especially as it pertains to the destructive and negative behaviors that we often seek solace in. It was just on my heart to share that, because what I go through, I know I'm not the only person on the planet that feels that way. So hopefully it speaks to somebody out there too. So guys, please connect with me below in all those different ways, on my Instagram, my Facebook, through my website, through this YouTube channel. Check out what's to come here over the coming weeks. I hope it serves you in the way that it's been intended. And let's stay connected as a global community, okay? Have a wonderful rest of your Wednesday. I love you. I'll see you soon. Bye, guys.